remember talking to my mom and she asked me why I wanted to go to India. And honestly, I had no idea. I knew nothing about the country back then, but I had the feeling in me that I had to go to India. I never really had a reason to go, just this urge inside of me. In a way, I felt this deep connection to the country of India, even though at this point I've never been there. When I started to tell people that I will travel to India, I was quite surprised that reactions of friends and family were mainly negative, which confused me because the picture that I had of India didn't align with what everyone else told me. So I came to India to see for myself. And this country turned out to be all I ever wanted it to be and more. So I think a lot of people, especially in the Western media, they have a really a picture of India that's very far from reality. I think it's based off the picture that's presented in the media, which is not accurate at all. I just think it's really sad that so many people have a picture from India or of India that's, I don't want to say negative, but kind of is. Because I've been here and everything I've experienced is so different from what everyone else told me back home. And I don't know, I just felt like making a video and sharing some of my love that I have for India and show that it is different. Starting off with one of the biggest parts, the food. It's so flavorful and incredible, especially the street food has a special place in my heart. I've eaten so much good food here in India. It's so diverse, it's so incredibly good, and some of the best meals I ever had were here in India. Understanding of friendships. I feel like friendships in India are quite different from what I know back home. I think they're more genuine and I just really love the Indian perspective of friendships. The colors. Everything here is so colorful and I really love that, especially compared to my very grey home country. India seems so warm and colorful. The clothing. This goes hand in hand with the colors, but I love how colorful traditional Indian clothing is. It just makes my heart really happy every single day. Again, coming from a country where most people don't dress in colors, it just makes me so happy. The chaos, which is a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it, but the fact that it is chaotic but it all works out, it really amazes me every day, especially with traffic in the streets. I'm really amazed by the chaos and that it seems like there's no rules, or almost no rules that people follow, but it all works out somehow. It's insane to me, but super interesting at the same time. The Indian accent, and with that I mean when Indian people speak English. I don't know, I love it and it sounds really nice. The decorated tracks. This is quite random, but the decorated tracks, I think that's super cool. And when I was taking buses across the country, I loved just looking out of the window and watching the decorated trucks pass by. Celebrations. I think it's super amazing that there are so many celebrations all the time. I think that's how life should be lived, full of celebrations, and just being in India and experiencing all of this was really special to me. Diversity. I really love how diverse the country is. It has mountains, beautiful beaches. It just feels like it has everything. I've only seen a little bit of the country in my time here, so now I just have to come back and see and experience so much more. The night buses. I don't know, there's just something about taking an overnight bus in India. I can't really describe it, but some of my happiest memories of my travels were in the chaotic overnight bus rides. And I wanted to keep the best part for last, which is the people. So warm and so kind, so friendly, and I just walk through the streets and I see so many beautiful people inside and out. And I've traveled quite a bit in my life, but I've never been to a country with so much warm-hearted people. There are many more things I love about India, and these are just a few that I wanted to share, but I could talk about how much I love India for hours. Of course, there are downsides and things I don't like about India. Like every country, it's not all beautiful and perfect and makes me happy all the time. But with this, I wanted to focus on what I love about this country.